I have like a series of questions, right? But the way I guess I'll sum it up would be what is in that 49ers coaching staff, man? Like what's in there, man? I mean, we're seeing defensive coordinators become defensive coordinators. What was what was LaFleur? I think he was a running
Yeah,
back,
like a running back
like
coordinator
a
or something like
running back
that.
coach or something like
Yeah,
that. Like that. So like you see what I'm talking about, right? And
yeah,
then Robert Sala, now the head coach. So that's the first question, because I want to know your thoughts, how you can see the Jets. But before we get to the Jets, tell me what are your thoughts on the Miko Ryans as the defensive coordinator for the 49ers? Because wow,
I think he's done a hell of a job so far. He had big shoes to fill with replacing Robert Saleh, who had
yes,
a pretty good stint as a defensive coordinator, and now he's the head coach with the New York Jets. So I like Shanahan's coaching tree. I like how he brings former players in. He gives them opportunity to coach. And speaking of 49ers coaches, we got 14 new coaches this offseason. And I don't remember the last time there were that many coaches who had left. Obviously, you got Mike McDaniel. Of course, he's going to take a head coaching job with the Miami Dolphins, of course. But then he took along Wes Welker, who's our wide receiver coach. He took along, I believe his last name's Embry. He was our tight end coach. But successful franchises, other franchises see that and they want to pluck from that coaching tree. And it's smart. I think it's a great problem to have. If we have another great defensive season, like I think we will, I think D'Amico Ryans will be gone. He'll have a head coaching opportunity, and then we'll have to bring up someone else. So, like I said, it's a great problem to have, but it'll be interesting to see, how this coaching tree performs because one huge coaching addition, one of the few was special teams coordinator Brian Schottenheimer. We had one of the worst special teams last year. Obviously, it came up big against the Packers, but throughout this season, it was pretty bad.
yeah.
So he comes over from Seattle, and Seattle has had pretty good special teams. Seattle actually had a fake punt touchdown against us in the regular season. So he was a huge addition, and also getting, I don't know why his name is escaping me right now. But he's the running back coach. He was head coach of the Chargers. He was with the Bills. Anthony Lynn, that's who it is. Anthony Lynn. When he comes over, and if you look at Anthony Lynn's track record, his running backs have always performed well. And I think he'll just add his expertise. He's another coach under Shanahan who's been a head coach. He's been in certain scenarios. So I think this coaching staff has been bolstered, you could argue, this offseason. So I think this coaching staff will take on the challenge and we'll be ready to go.
It makes sense. I mean, we got what, year 2 now with Robert Sala and Mike LaFleur, right? The brother of Matt LaFleur, who was also part of the 49ers head coaching staff. So let's get out of your team for just that one moment. I mean,
Sure.
if you look at what they did, I mean, they're kind of like the talk of the town with the hot shot quarterback, and man, the good. The Jets, I think, had one of them draft classes that is like, wow, very impressive, right? They added key pieces to what they've been solidly building up as a future team. And Kendall, obviously, you can see behind him. I mean,
Patriots.
yeah, they're gonna have to go against Patriots twice a year. What do you think, man? I mean, what kind of forecast do you see the Jets? Is this gonna work out, or what are your honest thoughts?
Are they a playoff team? Probably not. I mean, I don't know really what to think of Zach Wilson. He didn't really impress me last year, but he's a rookie quarterback. They've definitely added some talent to that roster. But I think Robert Saleh has an uphill battle for sure. And then you got to look at the division. I mean, the Patriots have owned that division for a while, going back to TB12. And then the Dolphins, I don't really believe in Tua either, but, they added Tyreek Hill in the offseason. And I think the Dolphins played pretty well like the back half of last year. I think they were on a pretty solid winning streak. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Jets, that's for sure. Maybe they win 6 or 7 games at most, but I don't see a playoff, run for them.
Yeah. I don't see them with a playoff run, but I
Yeah,
mean, it's just always interesting, right, to see what others think of other teams like this that are in that rebuilding stage, and you've seen their coaching staff. I have them 4-7 more on the 4 win game season,
yeah.
but we shall see, man.